Hey guys, welcome back to Jupiter's Colony. So last time we were looking at how the base was being built into the mountain. You can see here I've further explored looking for minerals and metals and all that sort of thing. But the thing that really changes in this particular episode is we get more personnel involved, more colonists join. And the first one that you see, and in fact let's have a quick recap on Jupiter here. Jupiter as the character, the main character, the settler, the colony settler, who was a shopkeeper in childhood, is she's got construction 17 and mining 15, and to be honest, she's a really good character and a really great foundation to this group of people that's come together. And the latest addition to this is Crumble. Now, Crumble is a fairly complicated character. He is a pyromaniac as a childhood and a housemate as an adult. He's incapable of firefighting, so he's got a thing about fire, and he's pretty weak. Now, I'm sure that Crumble joined as a result of he just appeared. Just a wanderer appeared and joined the colony, because obviously, look, this colony is kick-ass. It's a good colony, but he's got his problems. He has a alcohol addiction, so he's an alcoholic and a pyromaniac. So the rest of the colony are a bit unsure about how they should treat Crumble, and he does go on to prove a problem. But we'll look at that later. In the meanwhile, you can see down here we've got one hydroponics bay, and I'm building an area here to put another hydroponics bay in. So that's going to be very handy. And I'm also looking at still developing that additional crop outside the main base here, so that's going to come on. I'm freeing up some rooms, expanding them out, making use of all the remaining mounting spaces within the actual colony. Bearing in mind, I don't want to make it too big in certain rooms because they're harder to heat. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So, before we just outline some of the big changes that have happened since the last save, I just wanted to say that I am streaming Rimworld on my Twitch channel. Now, the link for my Twitch channel could be seen down below. And at the moment, my schedule is Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays in the morning, 9 till 12:30-ish. So, and that's Australian time. So, you've got to look at AST, something like AEST, something like that. I've just moved here, so they're now set. Now, I'm not always going to be doing Rimworld. I'm going to be doing some other building games similar to Rimworld. But the aim is to always build. So that's what my Twitch stream is about. So hopefully we'll see you there. Go to my channel, subscribe if you can, and then you'll get alerts for when I go live. So hopefully you can chat to me actually live on Twitch about Rimworld or any other game you like. So I'd look forward to meeting you guys then. So having a look at what we have here, you can see there's been an attack. There's lots of debris. Some things have been destroyed but fixed. We've got over here. We've got these 4 rooms have been created, and they were all being used for prisoners. But you can see Isadora has been convinced to join. So we've got not just Crumble now. We've got Isadora as well. Okay, so we've got areas developing down here. We've got a good supply of food, and there's quite a bit to go on. So let's see whether we can actually recruit some of these other prisoners that are in these rooms. See what happens. So, as I suspected, we've been able to recruit Will. His prison has now become his bedroom, and he has he's got good melee attack. He's a master. He's a master. He was a medieval squire and then a medieval knight. So maybe we should call him Sir Will. So he's part of the colony now. Good defense, but generally not good at a lot else, unfortunately. Now, if we look out here, you can see we've got the other plantation built. So we've got rice growing in that one. And managing the temperature in these becomes increasingly difficult. We are in winter at the moment. It's difficult. So we killed a herd of ibis or elk as the case may be, and you can see the stock of stuff to sell is building up here as well. Generally, the focus has been on defense and recruiting, so not a lot else has changed in the base, although you can see we've got a large number of supplies. So a little way on, we have established the second hydroponics bay down here for some more crops. Increasingly, we're losing crops maybe to blight or to having to deal with damages to electricity supplies, and therefore we lose the heat in here, and then the crop starts from the beginning again. And then if you look deeper into the base, you can see I've cut out the rest of the mountain, the rock of the mountain here, and expanded some of these zones. We've also, I think we've expanded the battery room and some other little areas where there were rock, and we're going to do it more over here as well. So we've still got Rika in the prison. She's being fairly stubborn. Female mercenary. She's 30 years old. But what we do have is Meritrix here. Now, he's just joined. It's just a wanderer who joined another one, which is fairly unusual. So, not bad. Stats are better than some of the other randoms that have joined. And quite good at cooking. So, a mid-world chef. So, did we have another chef? No. Okay. Anyway, we have Meritrix and another. He's too smart. Doesn't look it, but he is. Also, we just happen to expand out the number of bedrooms. That's really important. So, bedroom-wise, I'm going to be looking to build some more up here and hopefully accommodate the ever-increasing number of characters that are joining the colony. So, it's looking good. And it's probably worth pointing out, I don't know what I did before, but we're doing some power as well. We're adding some more power. So we're linking up all these geothermal vents here, putting generators on top so we can try and power this and get this power up down here. You see all the batteries are very low. We need more power to keep all these sun lamps going, because the sun lamps take up a lot of electricity. So we've got to keep that going. Okay, so we've now recruited Riaka. Let's have a look at there. Zoom in to this character here. Construction 12, so not bad. So that's a fairly good construction engineer, which explains it. But we've also now got Rodriguez, who is excellent. He's actually a music lover and an actor. So his social is high, which is great because we don't have that many with high social. Matthew's not bad. He's got 13. Rodriguez is great to have. And then we also have Von Shield. Now, these were guys that we recruited into the game. I think one sent out a rescue call and we allowed them to come, and then we defeated the pirates who followed him. Now, Von Shield is not that great. His medicine's okay. But as you can see, we've now got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 people in. And thankfully, a number of them have relationships. These two, Kaz and Isdora and Fluby and Lolly, all together, because otherwise we'd have to have even more bedrooms. You can see probably the hospital isn't big enough now. We're going to have to develop that med center, but we are also relying on the hydroponics bays, which we probably will expand out. I think probably have to build another one, but again, that feeds into our electricity supply, which we've expanded out here now with these geothermal generators. I'm probably going to have to expand that out even more, come up with some more supply. The batteries do look good though. So we also got a outer defense now, so we've got some turrets around the outside here, as well as our kill zone just in this area here. It's coming on nicely. So further on still, we have another member who's joined, Emmy. Now we recruited her from another attack. You can see up here we've got a little prison set up, and we've got Toxo in there at the moment, who we will try and persuade to join. We did have one of them try and escape, this guy here, Wolverine, and his body is lying in the hallway, which will be cleaned up. But we're also building other bedrooms as well, and we've given everybody royal beds. Well, most people anyway. We're going to spread that out. We're expanding areas down here, but maybe put a sculpture in this zone here, really beautify these zones so they really are effective. And crops are doing well. Another thing that we did, that I did earlier on was, well, you can see actually here, we did survive a massive attack. Loads of dead people here. They all tried to take out the outer defences, and the turrets are obviously very effective there, which was cool. This was a tribe group. Tribe people are very hard to turn to convince to join your clan, your colony. They're usually pretty tough, so I don't know whether we're going to get Toxo in, but we'll just have to see. But we have developed an area here where we can dump all of our rubble behind a wall, so it doesn't look bad for the colonists every time they go out here, and it does affect their mood. If a location is ugly, then they're not going to be happy. So pretty damn good. We've got more people, more colonists. The base is expanding. It's looking good. So further on still, you can see we have finished those bedrooms up here. But we are now suffering a bit of a food shortage, and that becomes increasingly difficult to manage as the colony grows. But we have a sculpture out here, so even if they're starving, they may be happy looking at this lovely work of art here, potentially. Who knows? And you can see I'm digging out more areas for people to have bedrooms, to build some bedrooms. We've got... who's this? Yes, Matthew. Matthew's got a few issues. He's a bit of a pyromaniac. So he's got a trait pyromaniac. So he occasionally loses it and starts setting things on fire, which makes me think about Crumble, who we were talking about earlier. Now, Crumble, the alcoholic, he has been losing it and setting things alight as well. We have an issue with pyromaniacs in this colony. Now, to try and help him out with this, I'm building a little pub here with the top-of-the-range chairs and some barrels to brew the beer. So we're getting it underway. Hopefully he won't have a total meltdown before then. But you have to build one of these benches, set some bills up, and it then makes wort, and then wort, as you can see Ron Shield is doing there, you put it into the barrel, you get a little bar, and it gradually ferments and makes beer. So that's well on the cards. We've also expanded out the hydroponics bay down here, so we've got more of those. The storage is looking pretty full. We need to maybe sort that out a bit more. And we have 2 more people in the colony. We have Isenra. I don't know how to say that, but this is the character. He has got 15 artistics, so we're going to get him making all the artwork. He's also a night owl, but that's not bad having people working at night. And you can see there's fires. Matthew's setting things on fires as he goes into meltdown. But actually, I think he's okay now. And then we've also got Sin. What a great name, Sin. He's a chef. He's good social cooking, so that's okay. We can get him doing stuff. He's a night owl as well. I have. I'm going to be changing their work hours, which I eventually get around to doing, and so they don't get a minus from working during the day. Generally, looking very active. Lots of things going on. If we can channel all the work correctly, we'll get a lot done with this colony now. Okay, so you can see the little pub is up and running. I've got a little storage zone for them to put the beer in this area here so that poor old Crumble, alcoholic Crumble, can come up here and drown his sorrows there in that location. I'm also thinking about pod launchers. and building craft to maybe launch some of the more useless members of the community off to another location and maybe get them building a settlement there. Maybe they'll eventually have some kind of use in another part of the planet. Now, I'm also looking to rebuild my defenses over this side where I'm growing these forests. Now, I've been playing around with ways maybe of making these grow, putting in lights there so that they've got a higher chance of growth. But if it's just too cold outside, it's just too cold and they will not grow. So that is an ongoing experiment. We'll see how that works out. You see, we've still got Chef up here who's in bed and we're still trying to tame him. He is 97% difficulty. So that's pretty difficult. He's going to be difficult to convince, but we'll keep him there for the moment. And you can see more bedrooms being built over this side. As I say, the thing is we've got to accommodate all these new people. And that's kind of been my focus for this update. More batteries have gone in down here. There's been another fight. We've got a few dead bodies around the place, and we've got this timber wolf prowling around this area here looking to attack one of our guys. We have to go and take him out in a minute, no doubt. So we've also got, as a raid comes in, we've also got Hammer. Hammer time. He has joined. Did we? I don't know whether I persuaded him or he just turned up. I can't quite remember now, but he's now part of the colony. He's a crack shot. He really enjoys shooting. So he's a strong expert at shooting, which is great. Hammer. So we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 people in the colony. It has grown substantially, and you can see I've also added in here these guys who are night owls. I've got 2 actually. You can see Issen and Sin both work during the night, which is actually quite handy. I find it a bit more productive generally for the group. And it's just become a really big colony. Really enjoyed playing it so far. This is the last update on this particular video, episode 3, but there will be an episode 4, and hopefully the colony is going to get much bigger, more rooms, and really, really push it as far as we can. It's all about food and electricity. Where's the limit for the map? And we'll also be looking at pushing out a group to another location, see if we can get a second colony set up that we can also access and check and see that grow as well. So guys, I hope you're enjoying these videos. It's a different sort of format than what I usually do, but I'm finding it quite fun. It's quite nice to be able to save at different points in Rimworld and look back at how your characters have evolved. So guys, don't forget, if you haven't already, subscribe. That would be awesome. Don't forget, I'm streaming things like Rimworld on my Twitch channel, which you can see down below. But I'm also going to be doing a Banished series as well, which is a cool game. If you don't know what Banished is, check it out. And just generally, guys, thanks for watching. And I will catch up with you very soon.